Guys, this is a very interesting question. So, in order to solve this question, if you're very strong with the basics, you'll be able to solve it very easily. So, let me explain the fundamental concept behind this particular question. The question says that if you have lent 10 rupees from a money lender and if you're going to repay it as 1 rupee for 11 installments, what is going to be your effective simple interest rate again? I'm repeating it again. The question says if at all you have lent 10 rupees from a money lender and then you're going to repay it in such a way that you pay 1 rupee for 11 installments, what is going to be the effective simple interest rate for this? So this is the question that we have. Now let's start with the fundamentals. If at all you lend some money from a money lender and the principal amount is P, what is it? The principal amount is P. Then what is the total amount that you would be repaying to the money lender? It is principal plus some interest, isn't it? We'll pay the principal with some interest. But what is interest in simple interest? It's PTR by 100, right? So for this question, let's try to understand what amount is to be paid by the end of the installment period. So in the question it is said the principal is 10 rupees and then the time is given as 11 installments. It's like 11 months, right? So it is 11 by 12 because time period is always in terms of years. And then rate of interest is something that we need to find it out. So it is PTR divided by 100, right? Now, let's try to simplify this. 10 plus 10 into 11, which is 110R by 120, right? It's 1200 because 12 is coming down. 12 into 100 is going to be 1200. Now the equation is going to be 10 plus 11R by 120. So this is the total amount that you need to pay to the money lender by the end of the 11 installments. Okay, this is the basic concept. Now, as this question is involving the concept of installments, we also need to find out the effective amount that you would be paying using the installment concept. So, whatever the answer that you actually calculated from this particular formula should always be equal to the value that you're going to calculate through the installment concept. That means if this particular answer is going to be 1 and if this answer is going to be 2, the final answer is nothing but 1 equals 2. And from this particular equation, you'll find out what is the effective simple interest rate. Is that clear? Let's solve it. So, let's quickly dive into calculation of installments. Say you're actually paying 1 rupee in the first month. What are you doing? You're actually paying 1 rupee to the money lender in the first month, right? So, you need to pay interest for 1 rupee for next 10 months. I'm repeating again. Currently, you're paying 1 rupee to the money lender. That means for the next 10 months, you have to pay interest for this 1 rupee, right? So it is PTR by 100. The interest is P. What is T? T is nothing but we are left out with 10 months. So 10 by 12 into R is something that we need to calculate by 100. Simple, right? Plus in the second month again, we are going to pay one more 1 rupee and then we need to pay interest for next months which are left, right? So we have 1 into how many months are left now? 9 months, right? 9 by 12 into R by 100. Simple. And we continue this like this. And in the end, this value is you just pay 1 rupee. And as you do not have any month left, it is 0 by 12 into R by 100. Because in the last month, you will not pay any interest because you do not have any months left out for you. That means you will just pay 1 rupee. Right? So let's simplify this equation. Now if you look at this equation, how many times are you paying 1 rupee? You're paying it 11 times, right? So this one and this one. So there are 11 ones. So 11 into 1 is 1 part. So we are done with that. Now we need to calculate, we need to bring all these things together as a single equation. Let's try that and let's simplify that. How can I do that? It's simple here, very simple. So what you need to do is like you take R as common. What are you going to take as common? You are going to take R by 12 into 100 as common. And now you take 10 plus 9 plus so on until 0 into the equation. And then it becomes 11 plus R by 12 into 100, right? So this is n into n plus 1 by 2, which is 10 into 11 by 2, isn't it? Now, what are you left with? We just have to simplify this. So it is, we'll just do this like this. This will ultimately become 11 plus 11r by 240. What is it? 11 plus 11r by 240. So this is the second equation, right? So let's do one thing now. So now we have two equations where the first equation says that is the amount that we need to pay. And from the installments amount, you also got to know that the total effective amount is going to be 11 plus 11r by 240, right? So ultimately 1 should be equal to 2, isn't it? So let's equate both the equations. So which is 10 plus 11r by 120 is equal to 11 plus 11r by 240, isn't it? And if you do that, so let's like 11, when like we'll have 1 here. So 1 is equal to 11r by 120 minus 11r by 240, right? So when you do that, you get what? Are you clear with this? Amazing. So when you have this equation like this, so 1 is equal to, we have 240 as common, right? So 2 is 22r minus 11r, isn't it? Now r is going to be, I'm just writing the equation here, r is going to be 240 by 11r, 11, right? So if you have this answer, how would you solve it? Let me explain that also. It's simple. So we have 240, so 11, 11 2s how much? 22, right? So we have 2 and 0, and 11 ones are 11, and you are left out with 9 as remainder. So the final answer is going to be 21, right? 21, and then what is it? 9 by 11. What is it? 9 by 11. So this is going to be the final answer for this question. So that means if at all you are lending 10 rupees from your money lender and you have to repay it in such a way that you give 1 rupee in 11 installments, then the simple interest for this question is going to be 21 9 by 11 percentage. Hope that is clear. If you still have any queries, you can reach out to us and we'll be helping you out.